Hello, everyone. It's been a few days since I've taken any footage for a new vlog. If you've watched the previous one, you'll understand. It's been a pretty rough time. With Fred gone, I don't know. I've been not myself. That said, we actually have a job to do. We've picked up a contract to mow the grass on this field, so we're going to do it. There have been some other changes that I'll tell you about once we get rolling here. Alright, so I had to make a hard decision. But let's start with the simple fact. The simple fact is that on our way down here, or well, really after we got here, but when we went back to that auction, I got a little carried away, as I'm sure everyone realized. Um, a lot of equipment was picked up from that auction, and I even said then that it was more than I had planned on. I didn't expect to win so many of the bids that I had put in. However, it did give us more equipment than we needed. So we have some things that are surplus to requirements. And one of those things was having two loader tractors. We did not need to. We also didn't need two higher horsepower tractors. And even though one of them is four-wheel drive and one of them is two-wheel drive, other than that, those Oliver's pretty much the same. So I made the hard decision. I had entertained an offer for the John Deere 4320, which is our other front loader tractor, but the one that I ended up selling for less money than the John Deere would have gone for was the Oliver. So we are down to just one Oliver tractor now, and just one front loader tractor, the John Deere 4320. Or I'm sorry, 4340, I think. I'm getting myself confused. One of those two. Um, but obviously, the important thing to know is that we sold a tractor, and I am looking to sell something else as well. Uh, we have two sprayers, and we don't really have a use for two sprayers. We haven't really used either one of them, so having two is definitely beyond what is necessary. So I plan on trying to sell one of those. I don't know which one yet. Probably the self-propelled, because with a trailed sprayer you pull it with a tractor, yes, but that tractor can do other things. A self-propelled sprayer can only spray, and it's worth more money as well. Alright, so the Oliver. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much I sold it for, but we did make a profit, so that's a good thing. We spent most of it already, though, and that is how we got this contract. I spent the majority of that money on a tedder so that we have a full complement of grasswork tools. And it is a brand new tedder. I did not go used. And it's a pretty good size, so we should do well with it. And it worked out perfectly because this contract came up and it's for making hay. So we are out here to do exactly that. For now, I'm just mowing it. And then this afternoon, I will come out and ted the first time. And then we will let it dry out for a couple of days and come back to ted it a second time. Let it dry out for a few more days. And then we will come up, windrow it, and bale it. Now, of course, the contract isn't going to make us a whole lot of money. It's like $1,600, I think. I'd have to look at my notes, and I'm not going to do that right now while trying to drive. But, yeah, it's something, right? I mean, it is at least keeping us busy. But we are going to have to make some hard decisions, I think, about the future. Whether we can actually successfully stay here if we can't get work. I kind of made a mistake, I think, choosing this as the place to move to. Not because it's a bad place or anything, but simply because I didn't plan ahead enough. I did not do my proper research on what other contractors are available in this area, what they specialize in, and things of that nature to see what the competition would be like. And let's face it, the competition's pretty fierce. I mean, the only reason I even got this particular contract was that I underbid by a couple $100. And the guy decided to take a chance on me. So we got to try to do a good job and get the word spread that we do a good job. Hopefully that will help us going forward in the future. All right, that's the update for now. I do have a call right after lunch with Fred's estate attorney. Apparently he left me something in his will, and I don't know what that would be, but I'm curious to find out. For now, however, I will stick you guys out on the drone, and we'll get the work done. we were able to get that all mowed pretty well this morning. And now I just need to take the old girl here down to the fuel station and get her filled up. She's nearly empty. She's been beeping at me. Low fuel alarm a previous owner installed. It was not factory. I'm pretty sure anyway. Maybe I shouldn't guarantee that when I don't know 100%, but I'm fairly sure. And we'll get out of the way for traffic. Yep. She's just a little wide for the roads. But that's alright. You just got to know what you're doing. So, yeah, anyway, I will see you guys this afternoon with a tractor and a tedder as we head up there to spread that grass around to let it dry out for a few days. Alright, we are back with the tedder. We're going to get it fired up and lowered down. And we're going to get busy because it's way later than I intended to get started, and it will probably be after dark before I'm finished. So I am going to be quick about this. In fact, we're just going to stop right here, shut that down for a moment, and throw you guys out on the drone. I've got to get this done. Alright, we're just finishing up the baling here. What a day. It's been about a week since you guys saw me last when I was actually mowing and tedding this field the first time. I did ted it a second time after a couple of days. Alright, let's jump out and make sure that baler emptied out properly. Mostly. When we pull forward, that should flop off of there. Alright, and fold it up. There we go. Beautiful. So I'm going to head back to the yard now and grab the Oliver. Then we're going to run over to pick up a bale loading trailer that I rented so that I didn't have to pick them all up manually with the spikes, because this is going to be a heck of a job. There's a lot of bales on that field. And I didn't want to be at it all day. So I will see you guys when we're back at the field with the bale loading trailer. As I'm sure will be quite obvious, we are not in the Oliver as planned, but we do, however, have the bale trailer behind us. So why aren't we in the Oliver? Well, there's something wrong with its hydraulic system. I got the trailer towed up here most of the way, and I went to test out the hydraulics, and I should have tested them before I got this far, let's just say that. So it's now much later in the afternoon than I wanted to get started, and we're only just now getting here, and yeah, that's a bad lineup. Let's start on the other side of these. So I need to crack on. The hydraulics work great on this tractor, which I already knew from pulling the baler. So this is what we're going to use, and hopefully all goes well. But, ooh, I think we caught the pickup there on the ground. I'm going to put that up for the moment. Get pulled around here. That uneven ground over there, didn't like it much. Alright. I guess it's probably a good time to actually tell you guys goodbye. I'm going to finish this contract without the cameras. It's getting late in the afternoon now. This tractor is kind of struggling due to the lower horsepower. I really had planned on doing this with the Oliver, and yeah, I'm not best pleased. But we will talk about that at a later juncture.